Classified information is protected.
At a packed briefing on Capitol Hill, Gitmo attorneys pleaded to Congress on behalf of starving detainees at Guantanamo Bay to shut down the prison and free the dozens of men cleared for release.
I have represented detainees since 6 months after 9/11, since 2002, and I know that the men there really are desperate now. I mean, they've been desperate for some time, but it is time to close Guantanamo.
This is the great moral issue of the day. How do we treat fellow human beings? It's inconceivable that we would be in the position today of looking back on 11 years of detention without due process.
Speakers included rights activists, religious clergy, and Bush administration officials who condemned the past and current treatment of prisoners, particularly those being force-fed.
They're being strapped into 6-point restraint chairs, right? And the reason that the administration is saying they're being force-fed is because they're close to death, right? We don't want anybody to die, so we're going to force-feed them. Well, if you are that close to death, you do not need to be strapped in. The truth is they are using force and physical force on those men to stick tubes down their nose and to force-feed them.
Additional concerns were raised about detainee treatment, indefinite detention, and the eroding moral standing of the United States in the international community. Although Congress has the power to shut down Guantanamo Bay, it has thus far kept it open, and all signs point to its continued operation. Therefore, attention is moving away from Capitol Hill and focusing on the president to fulfill his oath and shut down the notorious prison. Last week, the president renewed the pledge he made 5 years ago to close Gitmo. But years of similar statements from the president without any action have left many skeptical.
And if there is not political pressure in this democracy, I do know that Guantanamo never will be closed, that the only hope that these detainees have is an informed public that is using that information to then act on their convictions.
Well, the issue of accountability, I think this president has already washed away. The only accountability we're ever going to achieve is amongst the American people.
The briefing is the first to take place since Obama's pledge, in hopes that it will put pressure on him to act on his words and Congress to participate in greater dialogue and oversight on the prison's operations. Marjan Asi, Press TV, Capitol Hill, Washington.